right. So here is Evie at our lovely point of sale.
So place an order. They come up to the key or to the EPOS, and the cashier would then add the items. So right now I have the QR code on my phone, but this is something that could possibly be laminated as well as and be attached to the badge. And once everything is in the cart, the cashier would then add the promo and just scan the barcode and validate. Once it's validated, it says that it's applied successfully. Click OK and be able to then process the transaction. And each QR code would then be identified as if it's for Memory Solutions or for SK Hynix, and also say if this was the breakfast QR, the lunch, or the dinner QR.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Evie.
Okay. How would it? So you said it's going to be a printout. How big does the printout have to be? Because I don't know if they're going to go for hiding the QR code that we put on our current badges.
Oh, they don't have to be very big at all, actually.
No, I just have it on my phone, and it's just a little bit larger on the font size, but it could be a business card size that could be laminated and then attached to the badge where you would just flip it and it would not interact with the other QR code.
Okay.
But we would have 3 QR codes available, one that is specific to breakfast, one for lunch, one for dinner. We can color code them so that it's easy to identify. And when they scan that QR code, because they're specific to that service period, it makes it, if it doesn't recognize it, that means they're just using the wrong one, and they would just scan the correct one for the right service period. And then they reload for the following day.
Mm-hmm. So we'll have to use 3 of them total.
At this time, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if they'll go for it. Just going by patterns already.
Hey,
They're gonna have, like, yes.
What would be the odds if we if we just had a card, another card with QR codes on them?
If it's just one card, I don't know what odds would be, to be honest. My best guess it would be 50-50, to be honest.
So it'd be added as, say, a meal card, right? That had 3 QR codes on it that they'd have to carry along with their badge, at least to lunch or to their meals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, that's the reason why kind of Steve asked for a fob, is because we did this whole overhaul with our badges just so they can downsize them and then also, add a little more usefulness to them. That's why I'm thinking like it might be a hard sell for Steve to go up and say, hey, we're gonna add another card to our badges, just so we can do the restaurant. Or I mean, not the restaurant, do the use it for the cafe. Well, my words are not like set in stone, but I'm just saying like I can already see the thought process in it.
So with that being said, how can we then work together to get the algorithm that is needed to decrypt the badges that you do have? There's been a lot of options presented. To me, this is the best one as an alternative to the badge integration solution. But really, at this point, I'm not quite sure where to move from here, if that makes sense, Brian.
No, I completely agree. Again, the decoding thing is definitely a it's not on our call. It's security side, and they're the ones that are roadblocking us, mainly because there's the concerns, and we've done deep dives and everything, and they're like they're saying just no. Yeah, Let's see. Can all 3 QR codes be on something, like be printed on something that's the size of a business card? Would that be possible?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And I mean, it wouldn't be any larger or thicker or anything than a fob would be. We're not adding much more than a fob would be.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that. I'm just throwing that out there.
Brian, has your InfoSec spoke directly with Dynamify yet?
I'm sorry?
Has your info security team spoken directly with Dynamify yet?
We have, and we had a meeting with our other security vendor, which is actually under us as well. And they're the ones that were saying no on the description, mainly because their concern was saying giving that information out is the decryption, at least. It's a hard sell. They're saying no because of just a lot of security concerns around it. That's really the reason why we're not able to get that for you guys. I wanted to, trust me, believe me, I wanted to, but if they're roadblocking me, I can't. There's not much I can do on my end.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I mean, it's just hard to do badge integration though, right? Without badges.
Exactly. No, I completely agree. Let me think.
I mean, typically there's only been 2 routes in history that have done this. So there's one other company, that did a lot of this, but they actually created their own badge readers, and they paid a ton of money to integrate the badge reader to allow the company to integrate the badge reader.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, your neighbor down the street there, I won't say their name here, the competition, they developed their own badge readers
Mm-hmm.
to keep all that in-house.
Right.
And then they paid for just the integration of the kind of benign information coming from their badge readers into the POS.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
Brian, it may be worth noting, and again, we can have further conversations with Steve, but the QR code solution turnaround would be fairly quick. Now, we would need to figure out the sizes and what the overall solution of what you'll want to do is, and then kind of the ability to how to get the QR codes out to everybody. But once some of those pieces are done, to actually being able to enable the QR codes and get that functioning working is I'd say a fairly quick turnaround. So it could definitely be done, within November. So just putting that out there too as a solution, and after I'd say November, the Q4 from the amount of time slots we have available to get out there and install or make any other changes gets extremely limited. So we may have to start looking at January for other solutions until whatever that might be could be put into place. We'll be flexible, obviously, where we can, but it's just kind of the circumstances of what we're looking at schedule wise. So
Right.
putting that out there as well is just what are considering what might work moving forward.
No, I definitely understand scheduling wise. I know that the fourth quarter is always, it's a short quarter for sure with all the holidays and everything. Would turnaround, you said, would be probably within the month of November? Like it would be maybe a 30-day turnaround if we get this approved and everything?
Yeah. So we don't want to, I guess, speak out of turn, and we realize there's some manual processes that need to be done, but we do already have a site out in the middle of November. If y'all are able to get this approved and move through it, we can work to get y'all done in that middle of November timeframe. But that would need to be a quick approval, so that way we could make sure the travel scheduling is done, and then we can identify and kind of work through any of the change management stuff that we need to.
Okay. This is also good information. I appreciate you letting me know just kind of what the turnaround would be. I know
course.
Steve was asked me, will probably ask me the same question. Okay. Did I think I already asked this already, but these are the only two options that we really have for integrating the POS. It's either give you guys a decryption, or we can integrate this QR code, and the QR code seems like a faster option. There was no other like kind of avenues we can look into.
Building your own badge reader?
No, just integration with the L4 POS system.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it would go back to the mobile solutions, right, Brian, that everybody's been hesitant to even talk about, which is the sweet spot for this POS.
Definitely.
So
Okay.
I mean, those I think have been explored a couple times. I'm sure that we could take a look at it real quick again, but again, without the ability to integrate the badges, it's hard to do badge integration.
No, I agree with that, and I understand that. I don't want to speak out of turn either. I just want to make sure my bases are covered. I'm asking the right questions.
Absolutely.
Okay. I will say I do like the QR code. Like I said, it's just we just have to look at the size of the QR codes and just how they look on the badges. But I do like it. And then Noah, you're still recording the meeting, or did you already
No, we're still recording.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, send the recording to Steve. He'll take a look at it. I'll give Steve my notes as well, but he can watch the meeting and then just see what he thinks about the code, like the QR code.
Perfect. It may have to be on a shared YouTube or something like that. I'll figure out how to share it with you. I just know typically these video files are too large for me to send over email. So
Oh yeah,
just
that's
watch
fine.
Just watch out for that. I'll have both you and Steve on the email. That way you're aware,
Perfect.
and if you can't catch it, you can catch it for us.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
But we really
Okay.
appreciate you, Brian. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, of course. Was there anything else you guys needed from my end or anything?
Now I think once we get working with Mark on getting those digital menus up, we will be rocking and rolling. We'll wait to hear back from Steve and yourself on the QR code solution.
All right.
Hey, Brian,
Yeah.
Brian, Noah, sorry, one real quick thing. We have the network drops for the POS, right? Because if you're,
Correct.
okay, it's already there. Perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, if nothing else, well, thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys' time. And I'll see you guys next week, and hopefully we have some answers soon.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you
Thank you,
very
Brian.
much.